ladies and gentlemen, Ronald right here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of WWE Raw Recap Show. Appreciate everybody tuning in, or clicking on. In this case, clicking on, pressing play, and checking me out. Appreciate it all. Of course, this week's Raw takes place at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri. We had a WWE Women's Tag Team match. A let's see. Of course, Rhea Ripley, a kind of a tag team you wouldn't expect to be a tag team, but they were in a tag team match this week. It does, feature Rhea Ripley. Let's see, and lots of stuff to get to. A little more build up to Crown Jewel Premium Live event coming up soon. But before I get started, let's do the usual BS. Hey, if you at the end of the video you dig it, click that thumbs up button so it tells everybody you like it. Also, leave a comment. What did you think about this week's Raw? Who do you think might win that Crown Royal Championship, men's and women's side? Also, if you're not already yet, click on that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is click on there and keep watching my stuff. With all that out of the way now, let's let her rip. Also, as you see here, I'm still working out of town. I'm in lovely Lake Park, Georgia. Unfortunately, staying at another hotel because there's a convention in town of all things in town this week. So a lot of there's hotels are booked up. So I'm at another one, and the internet's not working that great. So we shall muster on and try to get this thing in. So anyway, enough of my BS. Let's kick things off with Rhea Ripley this week. She makes her way to the ring. She says she still has unfinished business, of course, with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. She calls out Liv and Raquel, but instead, Tiffany Stratton comes out. She comes out and says that she's got a message for Miss Rhea Ripley. She said, "Hey, if you get in Nia Jax's business again, you're going to regret it." Um, that's when Ripley says she doesn't have time for this. If this isn't tippy time, and they kind of had a little face off, and that's when Morgan and Rodriguez came in, took them out, uh, and was left standing tall. Of course, this was set up a match at the main event. They had a little backstage vignette, not vignette, but uh, interaction with Adam Pierce. Adam Pierce wanted a match with him. Adam Pierce said, "Nope, I can't give you a match by yourself against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. You don't have to have a partner." And he said, "Have a partner of mine." And of course, that was Tiffany Stratton. So it's Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley in the main event against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And I hate not having a mouth. All right, now it's time for the first match of the night. It is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. The champions, Bianca Belair, Jay Cargill, go against Damage Control, Io Scott, and Kairi Sane. Pretty decent match here. Not, I mean, I say decent. It was good. I mean, not nothing too bad or anything like that. Um, but at the beginning, it was the champs showing their power over the much smaller Io Scott and Kairi Sane, but uh, Scott and Sane will get the advantage. Double tags, of course. Um, Scott will throw Sane into Belair, who hits the elbow on then who hits the elbow on Belair. Scott covers for a 2 count, heads to the top rope but misses that moonsault. Everybody's outside the ring. Champs take out Kairi Sane. Then get into it with the Meta Girls. As they were distracted, Io Sky was able to rebound, hits that springboard moonsault on the champs, and gets face to face herself with the Meta Girls. Not that familiar with them, um, but apparently they're NXT talent and about to get obviously about to get to the main roster and see what they can do here. So I haven't seen none of their work yet. So if you think they're good, let me know in in the comments, and I'll check out some video of them. But anyway, Lash Legend would actually punch Sky in the face. Sky gets back in the ring. Belair will hit her KOD and wins it for her team. And so, yes, your winners and still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So it was decided that the Judgment Day, JD McDonough and Finn Balor, it was time for them to defend their tag team championships. But first, we're going to have a little tag team tournament to figure out who the number one contenders is. First match in that tournament is the Alpha Academy, Akira Tozawa and Otis, accompanied by Maxine Dupree, and they take on the returning War Raiders. Uh, this was basically a squash match. They did get some of their stuff in the finish. Otis will come back and take down Eric. Goes for the caterpillar, but gets kicked in the face instead. Um, Tozawa would hit a drop kick, but Eric winds up getting a hold of Tozawa, holds him up in a belly to back suplex. Ivar comes down from the top rope with a splash. It's kind of a combination back body drop or back body drop or a belly to back suplex into a top rope splash. But they did mention the new move, but gosh, I forgot to write down. Sorry, folks, but looked pretty devastating. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty much squash match with them. War Raiders win it to advance in the tournament. All right, next segment features Cody Rhodes, the undisputed or unified or displaying WWE champion. Gosh, they give it so many names lately. They go back to this one, go back to that one. Fucking confuses me. Anyway, Cody hits a ring, says he's got some recent history and something special happened in this ring not too long ago that changed his life forever. He says it was here to where everyone first heard we want Cody. Of course, this around WrestleMania time. Gunther says, this comes to the ring and says, this usually uh, when I, kind of diss his opponents. It is. Uh, but he says a ton of respect for him, but Rhodes loves to be everybody's darling, and that's his, you know, weakness. Rhodes says Gunther is now a frightening beast, and calling Rhodes a secondary champion makes no sense as he's defeated the most dominant champion in WWE history, and he's already defeated the most a frightening beast, of course, making reference to Brock Lesnar. Didn't call him by name, but pretty much everybody knew who he was. Rhodes puts his hand out. Gunther shakes his hand and leaves. So yeah, this is a promo to kind of start the little build up for their match coming up. Crown Jewel, of course, WWE Champion. Gunther's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. The winner of that becomes the Men's Crown Jewel Champion. So it should be an interesting match. Gosh, I mean it's a premium live event. They're still doing it, but it seems like it should be a bigger event. But um, I mean, then again, I think what wasn't Gunther always a uh didn't he get put out last two Royal Rumbles by Cody Rhodes? So maybe they'll bring that up come during the other promos to build up their match. All right, next up we got a match between Kofi Kingston and Braun Breaker. Kofi got the filler run of that super spear to call it now from Braun Breaker, so he wants to come back get a little bit of receipts on that. Match begins as Kofi attacks Breaker, but Breaker would take over, throwing Kofi around a little bit. Some back and forth. Breaker in the temples and gets on the top rope, jumps and or Kofi gets on the top rope, jumps and gets caught by Breaker, who hits a belly to belly suplex. Bronker Breaker hits a spear on Kingston, covers for the win. Uh, Breaker then goes for more damage on Kingston, but Cody Woods, Xavier Woods comes out, makes a save. Breaker leaves the ring as Woods goes check on Kingston. Breaker comes back, hits Woods with a spear. That's when Jay Uso comes in. Super kicks Breaker, hits a spear on his own. Breaker will try to come back to the ring, but Uso knocks him back down again. And of course, a little handshake. And uh, Xavier didn't really want to shake. Didn't go out his way to shake Uso's hand or says thank you. Kind of stands behind Kofi there a little bit. So nothing more about the evil turn of Xavier Woods, but they do got a match next week. I guess at AOP, I believe, in that tag team title number one contendership tournament. So we should see what happens there. All right, next up we have a match between R Truth and The Miz. The final, final testament will come out, and this would distract The Miz, allowing Truth to uh, roll him up in The Miz in the schoolboy roll for the 1, 2, 3. Our Truth wins this match, but after the match, Truth leaves the ring, and Karrion Cross kind of this, kind of smiles and giggles, and once Truth kind of starts walking away, he tells AOP to go get him, and they do. They throw him back in the ring. The Miz hits the Skull Crusher finale, and I believe this. If you didn't catch a hint last week, this definitely signifies his the official heel turn of the Miz. All right, now it's time for the main event: Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton, the odd couple here, versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Ripley and Morgan start things off. Morgan kind of gets under Ripley's skin by slapping her a couple times, but Ripley finally got a hold of Morgan and throws her around. Morgan makes a tag to Rodriguez. Tiffany tags herself into the match. Uh, they go out a little bit, then they wind up, getting Rhea and Tiffany outside the ring. That's when they hit that little signature. I call it the live bomb. I guess it's where Liv Morgan lets Raquel Rodriguez throw her over the top rope onto the opponents there. They will work on Tiffany Stratton, get the heat from her. Then finally, Rhea Ripley gets in, uh, has more fun, tossing Liv Morgan around, about to hit the riptide, but Raquel Rodriguez makes the save. That makes Ripley go after Raquel Rodriguez. They start fighting outside. She's about to hit the riptide on Rodriguez, but Nia Jax comes in, takes them both out. Then takes out Liv Morgan, hits the Annihilator, and tells Stratton to cash it in. She has a briefcase, so this is a perfect opportunity for her to cash it in. But here comes Dominic Mysterio to run out and pull Morgan out of the ring, and Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax are left one's left in the ring. Uh, so yes, like I said before, so far right now it'll be Nia Jax and Liv Morgan going against the women's Crown Jewel Championship. Um, so that's going to be kind of interesting, heel versus heel, and uh, depends on how much they hate Liv Morgan. Be interesting what the Saudi people think of that. So yeah, like I said, it was a little more build up to the Crown Jewel. For sure, I'm guessing they might have a tag team title match at Crown Jewel, or they probably whoever wins the little tournament will get the shot on the Raw or something like that. But yeah, right now it's looking there's two matches so far: Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax for the women's crown jewel, and uh, Gunther against Cody Rhodes for the men's crown jewel. Both of them, well, the Cody and Gunther match should be very interesting. Um, be interesting in what happened at the for the Liv Morgan. That's not going to be quite a scientific 5-star match if you catch my drift there on the Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Anyway, that does it for me this week for WWE Raw Recap Show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. At the bottom there, if you caught it in time, there's my social media accounts if you want to Follow me on X or Facebook. Of course, that's my YouTube channel right there. Just uh, click the buttons that request to follow me or request to or just click it to follow me on Twitter or be a Facebook friend or whatever, however it goes. Anyway, appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody have a good one and take it easy. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw Recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.